Well, good morning, good people. Today, we're going to work on making some breakfast burritos, but I need to make some coffee first. Alright, so today we've got bell pepper, tomato, onion, cayenne peppers, a little bit of garlic, and this is new. Got some whole cumin seed. I'm going to try cooking with the whole seed today. Go. You can always cheat and get the canned diced tomatoes. They even come with some chili peppers already in them, which is kind of useful. But if you've got fresh, may as well use fresh, right? Okay, now I've got some onion. I'm going to take half of this onion and set it aside for seasoning purposes, and the other half I'm going to coarse chop. It's about inch and a half, give or take. Then we've got a pepper. I already had the garlic and the onion peeled ahead of time, but this pepper is still whole and intact. So real quick, let's just go into prepping your pepper. Now, you can push down on the top like that, or you can cut it out. Either way, both works. And then you just open her up. Pull the core out for your compost. Cut your peppers into strips and chop your strips into smaller pieces. Ooh. I hear my coffee pot starting to sizzle over there. It's not quite boiling yet though. Okay, there's my raw veggies. They're all ready to go. Just wait on the rest until it's about that time. It's getting close. May as well start prepping, and let's start prepping the garlic while we're at it. Just crush her flat. Remember, when crushing your garlic, keep your fingers away from the sharp end. You could also use a garlic press. If at all possible, remember to buy your garlic from a responsible, organically grown supplier. I'm sure you can find somebody. Careful with that handle so you don't burn yourself. Move it to the back burner. After it stopped boiling, you put your basket in there. Make sure it's sitting upright and get the little fire going in the back, like so. Now you don't want it all the way up for this, just turn it down to a low heat. Well, you hear a little clug, clug, clug going on periodically, and that is just the sound of the coffee making. trick here is you don't want it to boil rapidly. You just want it to come up a little bit at a time and percolate through your coffee grounds. Okay, where was I? Oh yes. So we've got our cumin here, red peppers, and an onion, and the skillet, granite stone, and I lied earlier, this is not enamel coated steel, it's enamel coated aluminum. Important to note, if you're using sodium hydroxide or a lye-based soap, it is aluminum underneath that enamel coat. And another fib, it's not 18 inches, it is 14 inches. Thought it was bigger than it was. Butter. It's about an 1/8 pound. And while that fire's on, it's going to start getting that butter reduced just a bit. Let me put this onion to the side and get my garlic into the pan. So we've got our garlic in there. I'm going to add our cumin in as well. There we go. Crushed red pepper. I'm going to put one of these in early and one in late. Early one, that's just for seasoning. And we'll put this one in later. Alright. Lower the heat just a bit. Get that butter good and melted. And we've got our onion that I've got for seasoning. I'm just going to mince that up really fine. Actually, it's probably enough. The rest of that onion, and just coarse chop it. It'll go in later. Alright, so now I'm done with this stuff. I'm going to keep this at a medium heat until the butter is melted, then I'll drop the heat down to low. And let my seasonings slowly caramelize. Okay, butter is all the way melted. Once again, medium heat is that point when you put the pan down, the flame spreads ever so slightly. So we have high, this will burn your food. Medium, the flame spread, probably there. The flame spreads ever so slightly when you bring the pan into contact with it. And low, the flame does not move when the pan comes into contact with it. We just want low. And at low heat, it's going to take somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes before my garlic and my onions and my peppers and my cumin all get nice and caramelized together. That's exactly the amount of time it'll take for that coffee to get done, so I'm going to take a little walk. Maybe check some email. Some people were supposed to be sending me emails about getting daylily plants for free. I haven't seen any emails yet. This is a little bit concerning. Who doesn't like free plants? They'll be ready in about 2 or 3 months. Alright, let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's starting to brown. Alright, and I think the coffee is just about done. Yes, I know it's a shop towel, not a pan holder, but it's clean. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I think it needs to brew just a little bit longer. What do you think? Smells like coffee, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and add some more of this crushed red pepper. These cayenne peppers, once they've dried out like that, fully ripe, very, very hot, so don't rub your eyes or anything. You know, a lot of times I might use some sausage in here, but I don't feel like sausage today. We'll just have an all vegetarian breakfast burrito. I can do that, right? I think I can do that. Sure, I can do that. Alright, so we're just going to saute our veggies a little bit, let them wilt down. I'm going to go grab some eggs. Knock those little bits of onion loose there. It's starting to smell a bit like food. While we're waiting for that to happen, let's get some eggs cracked. Let's see. Just get one there. Eight. Do you want any more? Could do probably a dozen, but I think eight's plenty. Remember to save your eggshells. It's for your compost heap right there. Calcium. If your garden wants calcium, give it to it. Have you been practicing the flip? Keep practicing, you'll get there. Calcium is important for your plants because as your plants grow, the cell walls being built require calcium to make them strong. Strong plant cell walls are resistant to disease. The more disease resistant your plants are, the longer they'll live, the healthier they'll be, the more food they're going to make for you. And you whip the eggs, you whip the eggs, you whip the eggs. Obviously you break the yolks and then you whip them with a fork or the wire whip. And you want to keep on going until you start to see foam and bubbles. Foam and bubbles. Light, fluffy eggs. That's what we're going for. Light and fluffy. You get them light and fluffy, foam and bubbles. Should have got a bigger bowl. That's okay. If you've had lots of experience, you can do this with a smaller bowl. Down, around, up, down, around, up. That looks pretty good. You are going to need some salt. I'm going to add that now. Our onions are getting to about that point. I'll bet that coffee is done. Let me go ahead and kill the fire on the coffee. Let's have a look. Let me see here. That looks better. That looks better. If you boil it too violently, you can wind up knocking the grounds loose. You don't want grounds in your coffee. I mean, they don't hurt anything, but coffee grounds to your teeth. Yeah, not my thing. Oh my, that's hot. Alright, so we're getting there. Onions, they can go another minute or two, I think. But the peppers are almost there. And keep in mind, the size that you cut your vegetables determines how quickly they cook. The smaller you cut them, the quicker they cook through. So we cut the pepper pieces smaller, they're starting to already get tender. The onions got a little bit further to go, but they are really almost there. And tomatoes just turning to mush in the pan, but that's okay. I'll make sure everything's mixed really thoroughly here. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to turn it all the way up. So at this point, I'm turning the heat all the way up. I don't want to leave it like this for too long, but I turned the heat all the way up. We're going to get rid of some of that excess moisture in there because we don't want the burritos to drip. Drippy burritos are messy. Nobody likes messy burritos. And I can see that our onions are starting to turn translucent. That means you can see through them. That's about the point we want to be at right about now. Got the heat turned up pretty high, and the skillet is good and hot. And that's important. You want the skillet to be good and hot whenever the eggs hit. Alright, here go the eggs. Ready? Eggs in the pan. Well, the eggs are cold, so immediately after they hit the skillet, they start to lose some heat. Alright, they're in there now. And give it a moment here, let the heat catch back up. Alright, and then scrape everything to the middle. Everything goes to the middle. Of course, the eggs being fluid are going to run right back in and fill the spot that was just vacated by the cooked eggs that you're pushing to the middle. It's okay. You can let them do that. Just give it another minute. And we're just going to wait for the bubbles to start to form over here. That lets us know the eggs are getting cooked. Get bubbles rising up and breaking or welling up on the surface of the eggs. It's time to push everything to the middle again. And we're going to push everything to the middle. You don't want the cooked egg to sit there long or else it'll burn. Okay, now everything is a lot more slow moving. Eggs are getting all the way cooked. Let's go ahead and turn everything. At this point, this is what you might call a breakfast scramble. That's all breakfast burrito filling is, really. It's a breakfast scramble that you put into a tortilla. With some extra cheese and hot peppers for those people that like that sort of thing. There we go. Got a lot of steam coming out right now. At this point, it's important to keep the eggs moving. You want the eggs to keep moving. You don't want them to stay in one spot too long. If they stay in one spot too long, they get brown, then they burn. Nobody wants the eggs burnt. There we go. So we got fluffy eggs mixed in with fresh veggies, spices. Yum, yum, yum. Folks, that's about ready. I'll put this to the side. Now I need something to put all this in. Alright, let's kill the fire. I'm spilling. Oh, I'm spilling. But there we go. That's most of it. Got a little something. Something left over. Alright, so there we have our filling right there. Except for that bit. I'm going to eat that bit. And of course, we need to get our skillet ready to be used again. So that wiped out. I guess it would help if I had pointed the other direction. Into our trash can. There we go. That's just about done. The cleanup sure is easy, huh? Ta-da! Of course, we still need tortillas, right? Now what do we have here? We've got some tortillas. Get some heat going again. Drop that down there. That's a high flame. Just enough to get the skillet heated up, but then we're going to drop it down to about a medium. And you can take your tortilla, just sort of rub it around on the skillet. There's actually a little bit of moisture in the tortilla, and you can feel it bubbling up under your fingertips. Just take it, turn it, give it a few seconds. That's good. Hot tortilla. You can also cheat and do this in the microwave if you've got one of those fancy new appliances. Alright. I feel those little tiny steam bubbles popping up underneath my fingertips there. There we go. It's a lot easier to do if you have calloused fingertips. Just thought you ought to know. There's two. Make a little something for everybody here. 3. No shame in using the turner to pick these up out of the skillet. They do get hot. 4 will be enough for starters. Once you take, 4 will be enough for starters. Turn that fire off. I'll move my coffee pot out of the way. Not too far out of the way. I want more coffee later on. Move the skillet back there. Now, if you leave these on here, you notice they'll fluff up like that. That's fine. Do that one. And these ones. I'll just put that down there for the moment. The more you tidy up as you go along, the easier it is to keep everything clean. Alright, so our filling is right here. We're still going to need something else. How about maybe some cheese? What do you think? Cheese sounds good. Alright, here we go. Some sharp cheddar cheese right there. Alright, sharp cheddar cheese. And I'm going to need something to dish that out with. Here's a little disher spoon. Let's take a moment, make sure that our filling is not all stuck together. If you put this in a container like this, you can save some that you don't use right away for later. Put it back in the fridge. Heat it up, and it's good to go. So I've got tortillas. Cleaned off the space for them. Let's go ahead and get started on this tortilla. Spoonful of filling right in the middle there. Move this so you can see what's going on. Spoonful of filling, got the tortilla, spoonful of filling. Probably don't even need that much cheese. Need a little more cheese. Cheddar. I like pepper jack, but I don't have any. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we got cheese, we got our tortilla, and you don't want to fold it directly in like this. You want to have one end narrower than the other. Narrow on this end, wide on this end. Okay? And then you take this part, you bring it up and over, put those ends inside there. That part can come down, and then this is the reason why you want your tortillas to be heated up first. It makes them nice and soft and pliable. You can roll that into, ta-da, ta-da, a burrito, and you just set that to the side. If you want, you can pop that into the oven for a minute or two, finish heating up that cheese, but it's not even necessary. Let's go on with our next one. Let's put a lid on this. Save that for later. I've got my breakfasty burritos right there. Okay. Clean the mess off my stovetop. Well, good people, there you have it. I've got my breakfast burritos, I've got my coffee. It's breakfast time. I'm going to eat up. And I'll catch you guys later. That's good. Hey, Jess. Short person. Want some breakfast?